them in. When did you last hear from them? Are you a part of the decisions they make for you?
If you take them to Luzira, they're going to continue doing the thing in Luzira.
Part of their revenues would be set aside to run an integration process.
Our parliament, bringing the debates closer to you. Welcome to this week's edition of our Parliament. I'm your host, Iguma Gabriel. The first Ugandan case of AIDS was clinically diagnosed in 1982. Because the disease caused people to lose weight, it was called SLIM. The prevalence rate kept increasing, and by the time President Museveni took on power in 1986, it had reached a record high of 29%. President Museveni's government has been struggling to bring these figures down, and in 2001, through a number of campaigns, they brought that figure down to 6.4%. Unfortunately, in 2006, the prevalence rate started to go up again. What caused this? And can Parliament's intervention through the HIV/AIDS Prevention Control Bill actually bring the figures back down? That's what we discuss on our Parliament today. And to discuss that with us, we have Nanjego Diana, a Senior Advocacy and Communications Officer from Uganet. We have Dr. Lulume Baiga, the Shadow Minister for Health, and is also the member representing Buyukwe South constituency. And finally, we have Flavia Chomukama, a teacher turned HIV/AIDS activist, but also the national coordinator of the Global Coalition of Women Against HIV. Our studio audience and you watching at home, welcome to this debate. This debate starts right now. Dr. Baiga, the HIV/AIDS Prevention and Control Bill 2010.
Yes.
What do you want to achieve with this law?
Well, this bill intends to be part of other mechanisms available in Uganda to prevent and control the spread of HIV. Of course, certain other measures have ever been in place, including the open policy which President Museveni started in 1986. And unlike other governments which were not open, it brought to surface and recruited very many international agencies and government to undertake research into and cause interventions. Of course, the ABC strategy, whereby people were inspired to abstain, being faithful, use of condoms, and then we added the D, which was drugs, and so on. And now we are saying that there is need for something else. So the HIV Prevention and Control Bill is an ingredient of other mechanisms that have been suggested and practiced in Uganda to win the war on HIV.
The bill is a 2010 bill. This is 2014. Why has it taken you this long to process and pass the bill?
Of course, bills, the process of making a law is quite messy. It is not straight. It has to undergo a lot of consultations. And sometimes, of course, when Parliament breaks and a new government is elected, we may lose a number of bills that had been in the offing previous to the new government. Apart from this one, of course, when we saved the bills that had been already undergoing research and consultation in the 8th Parliament. So the 9th Parliament came and inherited the 8th Parliament bill, including this one. So if at all we don't complete this one, then it can go into the 10th Parliament.
Oh, are you saying that there's a possibility that this bill will not even pass in this Parliament?
Yeah, it depends on the consultations and how, whether we have the money to undertake those consultations. It is rigorous. It's a process. It's very rigorous.
No, but other bills that came after this one have been passed by Parliament.
Of course, it also depends on what government needs. Certain times, of course, government leads business. And those bills which are brought on board by government, they take precedence. This is a private member's bill, and therefore it is given second priority.